and we have 9 cars on this grid who are racing around this Brooklyn circuit, a 7-lap race, 1.45 kilometers for each of those laps, and they have to complete each of them without losing their energy by the time they finish the 10.15 total race distance. Just to remind you, 7 laps of this track. It's a tight, twisty, turny circuit. We've got an Esses complex followed by a big 180 curve, the double apex here, known as the Campbell curve, which is around the old banking of the old historic circuit, which was opened in 1907. And then you've got the long back straight, and it's the back part of the lap, the chicane into a very tight right-hander, another straight and a 90-degree right-hander, which may well decide where this race is won or lost. So right now, as you can see on the track, we have a number of cars that have pulled away from the start, and the one that you can see right there is Green Team Twente from the Netherlands. They are a hydrogen-powered car. We've never had a hydrogen winner at the Schalke Marathon Drivers' World Championship, and this car is pulling a substantial lead with still 83.2% of its energy remaining. In terms of the other challenges, well, Wawassi Gold is one of the 2 high schools involved there. Currently in second place, Team Tim from Toulouse are third and making a move on the second place car, and there's a real bun fight for 4th place with all of 3 different cars involved. DTU Roadrunners are there, Evai Neuhoppen, the orange car, and also Lac Hong University from Vietnam, another first time country that we've had here at the Schalke Marathon Drivers' World Championship. So we are on lap 2 right now. The one car that is really struggling at the moment is Team Aalborg Energy, which is from Denmark, another hydrogen powered energy which started at the back of the grid and has not made up any ground whatsoever. But as we sweep around here, you can see Evai Neuhoppen, you can see there car 703, yes, Lac Hong, and also DTU Roadrunners. Don't forget that there is that leaderboard you can see beneath the shot of the track. So Green Team Twente there in the lead, Team of France and also Wawassi Gold are your podium right now. A key thing is to look at the energy left, and Wawassi Gold, whilst they're in third, have already burnt almost a third of their energy, and so they'll have to think about their tactics for the rest of this race. Remember, we've got 3 different energy classes. We have 9 cars from 6 different countries, Netherlands, Germany, and also Denmark boasting 2 from them, and also France, the USA and Vietnam are the other remaining competitors. So once again, the leaderboard just showing us that Green Team Twente owning this race right now as they go down the back straight, heading towards chicane, which is turn 7 and 8 of this 11-turn circuit, and they seem to be managing things very, very well indeed. And now if we look at the cars about to come around the 180, well, that is a Wawassi Gold, and now has a challenger for 3rd place, and this could be an interesting part of the race with Evai Neuhoppen, who are one of the German entries, battery electric. They have made their battery smaller and lighter, and their longer nose at the front has helped their aerodynamics as well, and they have just scooted right past Wawassi Gold and into 3rd place. So it is at the moment the Netherlands, from France, from Germany. It's an all-European podium with Lac Hong and well, they're in 5th, and also Wawassi Gold are in 4th. So the visiting teams are struggling to keep up with the podium right now. Then DTU Roadrunners, who've had a bit of an up and down week, were disqualified, then reinstated into the competition and managed to overcome adversity to post a very, very good score and an excellent result to win their category of the Schalke Marathon. Managed to win the ethanol category with an excellent score of 429 kilometers per litre, and now maybe they will start to make their move. We're on lap 3. And as soon as Green Team Twente complete that lap, they will be more than halfway through this race. Still, AL Aalborg from Energy from Denmark, the bright green car here just coming around the Campbell curve, is really struggling to keep up, and the other entries that are really lagging behind right now are HAN Hydromotive and also Schluckspect, who've fallen back from a good position of third to finish. At the moment they are seventh, but they are swapping places with HAN Hydromotive and Team Orborg in Germany. But once again we return to the champion car, and it is Green Team Twente. They are the champions in waiting, unless someone is going to make a move, but it's a long old way back to see anyone else who is even starting to think about burning some energy and catching them up. On their fourth lap now, and they've got 60% of their energy left. Team Tim from ANSA Toulouse and Université Paul Sabatier have got roughly around half of their energy left. Looking a little bit further down, Wawasee Gold have now fallen to fifth place. They've been overtaken by the Vietnamese entry, and they've got less than half of their energy remaining. And Han Hydromotive, they're one of the Dutch entries. They've started ninth on the grid. They've moved up to eighth, but they also have less than 43% of their energy remaining. So very much it seems like Green Team Twente are the ones to beat right now, even so far ahead that they are about to catch up and lap Team Orborg Energy of Denmark. So it looks like we may well get a lapped car here, one of the back markers coming into play, and it's up to the other teams to try and make a challenge here. But right now it's not forthcoming. Team Tim UPS, that's Université Paul Sabatier from Toulouse, they are a team who've got a very light car. It's made of polystyrene reinforced with silk fibres, and it is Nicolas Coste who is in the driving seat right now, but he's got an awful lot of ground. Look at that, pretty much all of the back straight to make up if he's going to have a fight for the win here. If you look at the battle for third place, well, Iwai Neurupen now have a little bit more space, a little bit more daylight between them and the fourth place entry, but now maybe DTU Roadrunners are making their move, as are Lac Hong. So at the moment third seems clear, but fourth is absolutely not, and Lac Hong are coming around the outside here into Parabolica, which is the big double apex right-hander, and right now it's a battle between these two. So it is both DTU Roadrunners and LHEST, so that's Lac Hong Energy Safe Technology, and they're running two abreast around the outside of the curve. And at this point DTU Roadrunners have the racing line. They'll be using up less energy because it's shorter, but also because it's smoother on the inside of the 180-degree bend. You've got Lac Hong who's slipping into the slipstream there, and I wonder if they're going to make a move up the final back straight. The podium places, Iwai Neurupen are the orange car 703. We're just about to pick up with them here at the bottom of the Campbell curve, and they are currently in third place with just under 40% of their energy. E-Fish is the name of the car, it's their school logo, and they have performed excellency with a personal best in the Shellicoe Marathon of 186.4 kilometres per kilowatt hour, because they are a battery electric car. Here come DTL Roadrunners, and they look like they might want to actually make a charge for third place, and behind them Lac Hong, who are the Vietnamese entry. Maybe they gave up the ghost. They gave DTU Roadrunners a good fight for that fourth place, but now they have fallen off behind on lap 6, so there's just one more lap to be completed for Green Team Twente if they are to win this Drivers' World Championship. And they have got a good 30% of their energy still to go, so it means that they are in very, very good condition as far as just keeping the energy in reserve. They don't need to take any risks. They can happily finish this race with plenty in reserve. And really, Team Timu ANSA Toulouse are the second place team, and they are not getting challenged either. But there could be a battle here for third place, and I think this is where the real drama in the race could actually occur, and that is between Iwai Neurupen, E-Fish of Germany, and DTU Roadrunners of Denmark. So this is where the battle for the final podium place is about to pick up. You can see DTU Roadrunners are just trying to get into the slipstream of Iwai Neurupen, and whether they decide to go round the outside of the German car, or will they just hang back and try and stick in that slipstream. Looks they're a good 2, 3, 4 car lengths behind, but they are closing on Iwai Neurupen, who have Jakob Rosenau in the cockpit, and also it is Sarah Conradson, who is the young driver who is now putting down the metal, and she's going to go and overtake Iwai Neurupen, and Denmark move into third place. So Iwai Neurupen dropping further down, and DTU Roadrunners are now in a podium place. They are third. Can they make up enough ground in what remains of this race to try and challenge for second? We will soon find out. We're going to be looking out for the race leader once again, Green Team Twente, who have had a very, very relaxed time of things, because they are leading this by an absolute country mile as they pass start finish and head towards their 7th and final lap. We've also got Team of ANSA Toulouse and the Université Paul Sabatier. They have competed in the Schalke Marathon for quite a long time. They've been working on their powertrain this year, and they've secured what looks like a solid second place. But here comes Green Team Twente as they come round the Esses complex, and they have Schluckspecht potentially in their sights. Round the left-hander, a little jink right, and they'll be into Parabolica for the double apex right-hander, this 180-degree curve which runs on the inside of the famous Campbell curve, which is part of the historic Brooklyn circuit, opened over a century ago. Schluckspecht at the moment are not losing too much ground to a Green Team Twente, who are obviously eager to back pass again and lap yet another car, because they've already got past Han Hydromotive, Wabasi Gold and Team Aalborg Energy. But they are now coming around and looking up that final back straight, and whether they can actually lap once more Schluckspecht, and maybe they'll start to burn their energy even more, down to 18.4% on lap 7. Team Tim are down to 15.6%. Everyone seems to be harvesting their energy relatively well. Maybe a couple of cars, Han Hydromotive and Wabasi Gold, need to be careful. They are 7th and 8th, but they might not complete this race because they're down to almost 10%. Green Team Twente are now just proceeding very gently up that back straight, 16.8%. They look like they're going to be getting towards the finish line and judging this absolutely perfectly. Now there is Team Tim of Ansat Toulouse who are coming around the Campbell curve as they are getting through their final lap, but there's an awful lot of ground for them to make up, and they might just have to settle for second place. And again, it's DTU Roadrunners and Evi Neuruppen, and are the German team going to have one final dart here, contesting that third and final podium place. DTU Roadrunners seem to have a bit of an advantage now, a good 10 to 15 car lengths over their German counterparts. Remember, as far as Evi Neuruppen are concerned, that lighter, smaller battery has helped reduce the weight of the car overall. They've got two different motors for different power, and I suspect that now they're going to have to make one final chance count and stick if they're going to make this a third place finish for the German team. We're going to try and get back to the leader and try and keep out an eye out for the Green Team Twente team, because they will be approaching the end of their lap fairly soon as they go around the penultimate corner. I can see them there in the distance. This is the final little bit of their lap, and they've got 12.2%, 12.1% of their energy remaining. Hydrogen fuel cell car will be the first to win this Schalke Marathon in that particular energy category. Just the 90-degree right-hander to negotiate, and they will be completing their final lap. And as we come across the finish line, we are looking out for Green Team Twente with Jana Kramen in the cockpit, who won their category of Schalke Marathon, and they will match that with a win here at the Drivers' World Championship 2019 here at Brooklyn Circuit. It's Green Team Twente who are the team who will be celebrating on the top step of that podium. Despite all of their challenges in the Schalke Marathon, they managed to get through that, and they've managed to make it count here. The checkered flag is waving for Green Team Twente, and soon the second place team will come through as well, and that is Team of France, followed by DTU Roadrunners. That looks to be the podium. As soon as that is confirmed, we will let you know. But what a victory that was for Green Team Twente from the Netherlands, a hydrogen-powered car with Jana Kramen in the cockpit. It was a very heavy car, but it efficiently handled the energy very, very well. And they've renewed a number of parts on the car, and that has obviously been a very good investment for the team to make sure that they have actually been as best prepared they could be for this Drivers' World Championship final. In the end, an easy victory for them. They took the lead at the start. They were not challenged, but key for them, they managed to manage their energy well enough to cross the finish line with what was 8.9% of their energy in the end. Team Tim from Ansat Toulouse are over the line with 1.0% of their battery left. DTU Roadrunners have also crossed the finish line. They've taken the checkered flag, as have Evi Neuruppen of Germany. That was the battle for podium places that was so close towards the end, but in the end the Danish team won. So we have a podium, which is the Netherlands, followed by France, followed by Denmark. Not only do we have our first hydrogen winner here at the Drivers' World Championship, but we also have our first European winner, and it is Green Team Twente, who will be heading to Maranello this winter for a money cannot buy, once-in-a-lifetime experience with Scuderia Ferrari at their HQ at Maranello in Italy. It's been a fantastic race. Admittedly, Green Team Twente were the ones who judged it the best off the start line, were at the front of that grid, and were not challenged by the other leading teams who had decent grid spots. and as a result they managed to dictate and cover that race just exactly as they wanted to. So that's as far as that is concerned. Team 20 are celebrating in the paddocks, and they will be going to do so for, you would imagine, the remainder of today. And of course, as far as the pride of the Netherlands is concerned, again, it's the first time that a team from the Netherlands has actually taken top spot in this Drivers' World Championship. They actually considered the internal combustion engine cars their biggest rivals, but in the end they didn't see any kind of challenge from them whatsoever. Schluck-Specht were the ones who were perhaps the nearest. They've just crossed the line in 5th place. Lac-Hong are in 6th right now, followed by the lapped cars, Han Hydromotive of Netherlands, another Danish entry, Team Aalborg Energy, and then finally you had right at the back there Team Aalborg Energy of Denmark as well.